Good evening, citizens of Portsmouth, invited guests, and all who are in attendance. I want to welcome you to our Portsmouth City Council meeting. First of all, let me acknowledge, as I have already, our guests and also our city staff who is with us today in support of this meeting. In addition to that, I want to acknowledge our leadership on council who is here with us, and our city manager, Mr. Stephen Carter, our interim city attorney, Mr. Derek Challenger, and our city clerk, Ms. Deborah White. Thank you all for being here this evening. And just for the information to the public, we are experiencing a little technical difficulty with our electronic voting apparatus, so we will be calling out the vote in a voice manner. I will begin by asking the clerk, please call the roll.
Ms. Bryant,
Present.
Dr. Dotson,
Present.
Mr. Hugel,
Present.
Mr. Moody,
Present.
Ms. Thomas, Mr. Tillett,
Here.
Mayor Glover.
Here, and I know I'm a little out of order, but in any event, we have called the roll, and now I will ask our friend, Dr. or Pastor Martha Provo from St. Mark Deliverance Center, to please come forward and provide our prayer, and afterwards, we will have the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Please stand.
Let's bow our heads. Heavenly Divine Father, we give you praise. We glorify who you are. You are the great I am. We thank you for being the wise God. We pray today as we stand together, for your word reminds us when two or three are gathered together, you are in the midst. So we pray over leadership. We ask you to touch our mayor, move on the officials. We believe you now to do great things, each and every council member that's here. God, touch the police department, the fire department. We are in need, God, of your hand to be upon each and every one. This is not a simple job, but we know that you, if we cry out unto you, that you would touch the hearts and mind of the citizens. God, give them clarity. Open the hearts and mind that as they guide us through whatever is needed for the city, that God, they would do it with love. They would do it with understanding. They would do it with guidance. And God, we pray even as we go over towards the Thanksgiving, that we would touch the heart of those who have lost loved ones. God, strengthen them on this holiday season. And we believe you right now. Whatever we do here, God, we do it for your glory. Whatever we say it for your glory. We thank you for the wisdom. We thank you for integrity. We thank you for clarity. And we give you all the praise in Jesus' mighty name. Amen and amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you again, Pastor Provo, for that prayer. We have called the roll. Now we will move to the minutes, and we have the minutes of a called meeting on October 27, 2025, a called meeting on October 28, 25, and also a regular meeting on October 28, 2025, and a special meeting on November 3rd, 2025. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
Move adoption. Second.
We have a motion and second. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Yes, sir. Ms. Bryant,
Yes.
Dr. Dotson,
Yes.
Mr. Hugel,
Aye.
Mr. Moody,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas, Mr. Tillett,
Yes.
Mayor Glover.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Next item on the agenda are special presentations, and we have a presentation of our CALIA certificate. I will now ask the Chief of Police, Chief Stephen Jenkins, and Ms. Tanya Hopkins, and Mr. Travis Parrish to please join me up front.
Good evening. Mayor Glover, Vice Mayor Moody, Mr. Carter, council members, and citizens of Portsmouth. On behalf of the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies, the Commission Chair and Superintendent of the Colorado State Police, Colonel Matthew Packard, and Executive Director Craig Hartley, Kalia is honored to be here recognizing Chief Jenkins and the men and women of the Portsmouth Police Department. To provide a little background, Kalia was created in 1979 when the founding organizations, the International Association of Chiefs of Police, the National Association of Black Law Enforcement Executives, the National Sheriff's Association, and the Police Executive Research Forum recognized a need within the law enforcement community during a period in time not unlike what we've experienced as a nation over the last several years, to develop professional standards to enhance the delivery of police services to citizens throughout the community they served. Since its inception, Kalia has accredited agencies under standards developed by many of the best public safety practitioners and leaders of our time. The standards are reviewed continuously to ensure each is current and remains relevant. These standards cover a wide range of administrative, operational, and logistical issues and serve as a modern management model that provides the framework for recognizing professional excellence within public safety. City leaders and citizens should take comfort, in the fact that its police department have voluntarily committed to operating at a higher level that we call the gold standard under a set of rigorous law enforcement standards. The goals of Kalia are to strengthen crime prevention and control capabilities, formalize essential management procedures, establish fair and non-discriminatory personnel practices, improve service delivery, solidify interagency cooperation and coordination, and increase community and staff confidence in the agency. Based on the goals and mission statement of Kalia, I can think of no better time or place to present this accreditation certificate to the agency than at a public meeting, where all can share and recognize the hard work this agency committed to remain accredited. The certificate itself is simply matted paper with a frame, but it has a much broader symbolic meaning. The certificate clearly represents the agency's efforts to achieve accredited status, thereby demonstrating its willingness to change in order to effectively address contemporary public safety concerns. It represents a commitment to doing the right thing and doing it the right way. Lastly, it represents an ongoing dedication to ensuring the agency's resources are appropriately developed, effectively deployed, and constantly managed, all in the name of a safer community for workers, visitors, and customers. In March and April of this year, Kalia assessors visited the Portsmouth Police Department and reviewed the agency's applicable files, activities, functional impacts, and management strategies as they relate to Kalia's required 462 standards. At the commission meeting held in Little Rock, Arkansas, August 9th, 2025, Kalia commissioners reviewed the assessor's report, concurred with their findings, and unanimously voted to approve the Portsmouth, Virginia Police Department Law Enforcement Advanced Accreditation. It is... If it is okay with the council at this time, I'd like to invite Chief Jenkins, as well as members of his command and accreditation staff that are present, to please come forward to receive the Kalia Law Enforcement Advanced Accreditation Certificate. I'm just going to go ahead and read it if that's okay.
Please, by all means, sir.
I'll try to do it so everybody can see. Let me hold it. Thank you so much. Be it hereby known that the Portsmouth, Virginia Police Department, having fully demonstrated its voluntary commitment to law enforcement excellence by living up to a body of standards deemed essential to the protection of the life, health, and safety and rights of the citizens it serves, and having exemplified the best professional practices in the conduct of its responsibilities, is hereby, upon the recommendation of the members of the Commission, award this Certificate of Advanced Accreditation effective on the 9th day of August 2025, and is recognized as an accredited law enforcement agency for a period of 4 years. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations, please.
I'll just be brief. So first and foremost, thanks everybody for the applause. We very much appreciate it. This is a long time in the coming for us to be able to stand here and accept this accreditation as a police department. A lot of hard work has gone on behind the scenes for a number of years to get us to this point. I cannot hesitate to thank Ms. Hopkins, who is our accreditation manager, but more importantly, all of the men and women of the Portsmouth Police Department who believed that we could get here to this point. It is a milestone that we're looking for to help propel us into the best police department in the state of Virginia. That is our goal, and this is just one of the founding pieces to get us to that point. So again, thank you, sir, for coming and helping us present this. Thank you for all of your efforts. Thank you to the men and women of the police department. Thank you to the council, mayor, city manager for believing we could get to this point. But again, celebration stops. Now the work continues as we look to get better. Thank you all again.
And if I may, you know, the credit doesn't belong to any of us. The credit truly belongs to the leadership of our chief, Chief Steve Jenkins, and Ms. Hopkins, and all of the men and women that serve the city of Portsmouth. I just want to tell you, I could not be more proud of our police department. These folks have put in the work, have worked as a team, and unbeknownst to many of us, have gotten this done. First time in the history of our police department. I think you all you should really give these folks a chance to understand what this means to you. So if we could give them another round of applause, I would greatly appreciate that. See, because what we're doing in our city, we're not just changing attitudes, we're elevating opportunities. And that's opportunity to be the best that you can be. And yes, we're not there yet, but as I said to the chief and to all my colleagues on council and Mr. Carter, our city manager, we are improving not only our people, but our community one day at a time. Thank you, Chief. Continued success. Mr. Parrish, we greatly appreciate you being here in our presence today.
Absolutely. Love to be here again in 4 years.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
For our next presentation, I'll hand it over and turn it over to Mr. Carter. We will be acknowledging our graduating class of Government 101.
Good evening. Thank you, Mayor. For all of the members of the Government 101 fall class, we will have your presentation made in a moment. I'm going to ask Dr. Coleman if he will come forth. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. He's going to call names. Myself and the mayor, we're going to stand and take pictures with you. We'll have a group picture at the end. But again, thank you so much for spending so much of your time with us this fall. This is a heavy lift that we've asked people to do, and they've made a commitment, and these are the ones who have gone through and completed that commitment. So thank you for your commitment to yourselves, to our city, and thank you for spending that much time with us and allowing us to share what Portsmouth is with you. All right, let's go. You calling names?
As soon as you get down here, sir. Here we go. Sharon Anderson.
All right, one and over.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations.
Amber Key Bolden. All right. Bolden. That's a cheering section. Yeah, right. Stanley Bryant. Robert Campbell Jr.
sir. Appreciate you, brother.
Elizabeth Colin. Eric Cook. Good job, sir. Thank you. Monique Daltrey. I want no trouble out of you, Monique. James Doyle II. Denzel Glover. All right, good job, sir. Rodney Granger. Christian Harris. Christian Harris. All right. Sinise Johnson. Make you famous, Miss Johnson.
Say something nice, right?
Monica Mayfield. All right, good. Mia Moore. Kalia Moses. J.C. Pierce. Tracy Pierce. Miss Pierce. Chantel Porter. Brenda Porter Rockwell. Mona Watkins. Very good. Dr. Aisha Williamson. Hey, got one more. Got one more.
Everybody come back, we're gonna take a group picture together.
Yeah. Did we miss anyone that didn't check in? No? Okay. Come on up for a group photo.
Hold up.
Just line up across the front. There you go. Yes, sir.
The mayor.
There you go. No, don't. No, stand up. Don't bend down. Stand up. Stand up. Yeah,
Find the gap. Monica, find the gap. There you go. You can see the camera can see you. Good stuff.
Okay, I think we're gonna kind of just shift towards me here, so we don't have the podium in front of. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. I can't see you. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
All right, good.
All right, here we go. All right.
Do it again in the spring.
Once again, I want to thank everyone for participating in the Government 101 program. Right now, we have all these new ambassadors to go out and promote the city of Portsmouth, and we're excited about that. So thank you all once again. We're going to continue now with our agenda, moving to the next item. And Madam Clerk, would you please read the speaker's statement?
Ladies and gentlemen, City Council rules require a limit of up to 5 minutes to speak. As you approach the speaker's podium, you will notice a timer. At the beginning of your 5 minutes, you will see a green light. 4 minutes into your remarks, you will notice a yellow light. At the end of 5 minutes, you will see a red light, hear a beep, and we ask you to conclude your comments at that time. While speakers have an opportunity to address council on matters of public concern, all comments should be made in a manner that respects the seriousness of the forum and should not be made in a belligerent, sarcastic, or demeaning fashion. All remarks shall be directed to the City Council as a body rather than any particular member of City Council, staff, or the audience, and should be limited to matters that only the Portsmouth City Council can influence. A speaker who fails to observe this basic rule of decorum will be deemed out of order, not allowed to conclude his or her comments.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next item is public hearings, item 25-331. First item, item A, CA-25-01. And Madam Clerk, would you please read the public hearing ordinance we are considering at this time?
Yes, sir. Ordinance granting the request of the City of Portsmouth proposes to amend City Code Chapter 9.1 Chesapeake Bay Preservation Overlay District Ordinance to include provisions to assess the impacts of climate change and sea level rise on proposed land development in the resource protection area during the project review process as required by the Virginia State Code 9 VAC 25-830-155. Planning Commission recommends approval. The actual ordinance reads, an ordinance amending and reordaining Chapter 9.1 Chesapeake Bay Preservation Area Overlay District of the Code of the City of Portsmouth, Virginia, for the purpose of making amendments required by state law, including implementing criteria for resiliency to be included in the performance standards for development and resource protection areas.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Do we have the applicant or the presenter here? Is that the city? So,
City of
Dr.
Port-
Russell, ma'am, you have the floor.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
everyone. Okay, we'll make this brief because we are required to adopt these proposed amendments. The Virginia General Assembly adopted amendments to the Chesapeake Bay Preservation Act, or the Bay Act, and is requiring localities that have Chesapeake Bay programs to amend our respective ordinances to address resiliency and to be included in performance standards primarily in our resource protection area. The City of Portsmouth proposes to amend Chapter 9.1 of the Portsmouth City Code to address these proposed amendments, and we were required to adopt the proposed amendments to our Chesapeake Bay ordinance, which impact our Chesapeake Bay program by October 31st. We delayed consideration of the proposed amendments by our Planning Commission to permit review and approval by the Virginia Department of Environmental Quality. And so we're approximately 25 days late in our approval of our ordinance for that reason. The Chesapeake Bay Preservation District Ordinance is composed of primarily three components: a resource protection area as well as a resource management area. And the graphic before you delineates the extent of those buffer areas. So the resource protection area is measured from the furthest landward delineation of the environmental features, which include non-tidal wetlands, tidal wetlands, and state waters, and measures 100 feet wide. And then our resource buffer area extends from the resource protection area an additional 100 feet. The proposed ordinance amendments primarily impact the resource protection area. Specifically, those proposed amendments first create an exemption for living shorelines, or the creation of living shorelines for shoreline stabilization. And then secondly, the standards requiring preservation of mature trees and woody vegetation in our resource protection areas. So in short, it will become more challenging to get exemptions for development of even the landward 50 feet in the resource protection area. And again, we're required to do this per the Code of Virginia. With respect to development in the resource protection area, we're describing it as more challenging because of the requirement, the permitting requirement, and the documentation that is required. And so either a minor or major water quality impact assessment will be required to develop property within the 50 landward feet of the resource protection area. In addition to that minor water quality impact assessment, a resiliency assessment will be required for development, and those elements in the resiliency assessment have to address sea level rise, flooding, and storm surge with respect to how the development proposal will impact the property as well as development within the buffer area. Additional amendments in the Chesapeake Bay Preservation Ordinance address requirements of the Virginia Erosion and Stormwater Management Provision Act. And then lastly, but equally important, is the proposed amendment reaffirms the Chesapeake Bay Preservation District map for the city of Portsmouth, which delineates our buffer areas, our resource protection area, our resource management area, and those properties that are designated as intensely developed area, meaning they're significantly hardened and more than 50% impervious and have a less stringent development standard. And so with that, we'd like to just share that our timeline for adoption of the ordinance began in September. With your approval this evening, we will be in compliance with the requirements of the Code of Virginia, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions from council at this time.
Are there any questions for my colleagues on council? Seeing none. Dr. Russell, I do have one question, and for my information and the public, well, why is this important? Why is this important?
The Chesapeake Bay Preservation Act?
Well, the ordinance, and why is it important to go through this process and do what we do? Because I just think some people may not understand why it's important.
Okay. So I'll take that to mean why is the Chesapeake Bay Preservation Act important?
Correct.
And when asked similarly at the Planning Commission level, the Chesapeake Bay Preservation Act in total with localities in Virginia, Maryland, North Carolina, any communities that impact Chesapeake Bay because of development, the water quality is improved by being sensitive to the water quality and quantity impacts of development and the pollutant load that discharges into these water bodies as a result of development activity. So I graduated college in 1989. It's when the Chesapeake Bay Act provisions in the code came online. They were my first planning-related projects. And at that time, because they were my first projects, I remember them, right? So at the time, the water quality of the bay was a score of D. So 1989. So 2025, the water quality score of the bay is a C+. And so it is improving, but it is a slow path forward. And as we collectively continue to be ever present with respect to the development quality, the impact of development, and very diligent in enforcing the regulations, that score, which relates specifically to improvement of water quality of the bay, will improve. Now, if you are an outdoorsman, and even if you're not an outdoorsman, if you just like being around water and seeing vegetation and waterfowl and just appreciating the outdoors, parks, amenities that have water influence, the quality of that water impacts your experience.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a public hearing, and you are not required to have signed up to come speak on this public hearing item. If you come forward, we ask that you state your name and address, and you will have 5 minutes. Seeing none, this public hearing is closed. Council members, we are in need of a motion and a second.
Second.
Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Yes, sir. Ms. Bryant?
Yes.
Dr. Dotson?
Yes.
Mr. Hugo?
Aye.
Mr. Moody?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas is absent. Mr. Tillage?
Yes.
Mayor Glover?
Yes.
Thank you. This is adopted 6-0.
Next item, item B, UP-25-09. And Madam Clerk, would you please read the public hearing resolution we are considering for this item?
Yes, sir. Resolution granting the request of Urban Life Substance Abuse and Outpatient Services for a use permit to operate a drug and alcohol treatment facility at 21 Royal Street in the Urban Residential Zoning District. The property is owned by IKEA Investments and Holdings, LP. The future land use map of the Bill 1 Portsmouth Comprehensive Plan designates this property for low to medium density single-family residential uses. Planning Commission recommends denial. And the resolution before you is a resolution granting a use permit, UP 2509, to T. Coleman to operate a drug and alcohol treatment facility at 21 Royal Street.
Good
The
evening.
applicant obviously is present. How are you all?
Great.
Good
evening.
to see you this evening. State your name and address, sir, and you will have 10 minutes to present.
Okay, my name is Joe Hector, and this is the owner, Mr. Leon Battle. And we're actually talking, creating Urban Life Subsidies Program. It's a 3.1 group home program that will be operating on Broad Street. And for a 3.1 program, it's actually a group home it's a follow-up care for when individuals going to inpatient services. And it's a follow-up care to rehabilitate those individuals. So those individuals have been treated. They're coming back into the home. They'll be living there for at least about 90 days, which the insurance give you about 90 days, so they could have a routine, and they could develop self-sufficiency, learn how to have employment services. We'll be helping them there. And we'll also be doing psychoeducational groups. And those psychoeducational groups would involve relapse prevention. Those psychoeducation groups will also be dealing with developing healthy coping skills. Those psychoeducation groups will be also doing a CBT care, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, helping them develop those, restructuring their thinking, and also doing with mindfulness techniques as well. And we also would have case managers there to assist individuals with their employment, to show them how to complete application if they don't know how to do those things, and how to go online. And those individuals, like I say, would be there. We'd be also teaching them how to have a structure of nutritional needs as well within the facility. I know there were concerns about parking, and they were saying that it would be probably like in the street, but there's actually room within the yard where the staff members could park their vehicles.
Right, just to give you a clear vision of that.
Excuse me, sir, could you please move to the microphone so we can hear you?
Yes, and just to give you a clearer vision of that, how that would look, actually, it would only be 6 people at a time, and as far as parking is concerned, the only parking would be the staff, and that's 1 staff member. I would provide public transportation for them. The focus is on programming, so there'll be no visitation on and off the street. If you're familiar with the group home, then that's really exactly what it is. It's just not, intellectual disabilities. It's substance abuse.
Okay. Are there any questions from my colleagues on council? Thank you. There are no
welcome.
questions, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is a public hearing. You are not required to have signed up to speak on this public hearing item. If you do wish to come forward, please state your name and address, and you will have 5 minutes. Seeing none, this public hearing item is closed. Council members, we are in need of a motion and a second.
Move to deny.
Second.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Yes, sir. Ms. Bryant?
Yes.
Dr. Dotson?
Aye.
Mr. Hugel?
Aye.
Mr. Moody?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas is absent. Mr. Tillage?
Yes.
Mayor Glover?
Yes.
This item is denied 6-0.
Moving to our next item on the agenda is City Manager's Report.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion.
He needs his mic.
Mr. Moody, is your mic on, sir?
Yeah, probably.
Got to pull it up a little bit. Thank you.
Mayor, I move to change the order of business to consider the city manager's report items 25 through 332 through 25 through 348 as one vote.
You have a second?
Second.
You have a motion and a second. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes, sir, Ms. Bryant?
Yes.
Dr. Dodson?
Yes.
Mr. Hugel?
Aye.
Mr. Moody?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas is absent. Mr. Tillage?
Yes.
Mayor Glover?
Yes.
Thank you. It's adopted 6-0.
Mayor, I move to adopt items.
Wait, we're going to do that motion after
Gotta
she
read.
reads all of the
Oh, that's right.
items.
Okay.
It's a lot. Okay. Adoption of an ordinance accepting with appreciation a donation of $100 from the Tidewater Baptist Missionary and Educational Convention Incorporated and appropriated said funds in the FY 2026 Social Services Fund for use by the Department of Social Services to support foster children at Christmas. Adoption of an ordinance appropriating miscellaneous revenue in the amount of $6,000 to the judicial section of the FY 2026 general fund budget for the payment of one-time personnel bonuses to circuit court judicial assistants. Adoption of an ordinance accepting settlement funds in the amount of $288,215.13 from PFAS settlement with the 3M Company and appropriating said amount in the FY 2026 Public Utilities Fund for use by the Department of Public Utilities for water supply testing and treatment and other authorized uses under the terms of the settlement. Adoption of an ordinance accepting a dam safety, flood prevention, and protection assistance fund grant in the amount of $334,117.76 from the Virginia Department of Conservation and Recreation and appropriating said amount in the dams upgrade project in the water category of the FY 2026 Capital Improvement Fund budget for the preliminary engineering report necessary to evaluate the spillway at Lake Kilby Dam. Adoption of a resolution approving the 2025 edition of the Emergency Operation Plan for the City of Portsmouth. Adoption of an ordinance accepting hazmat response cost recovery funds in the amount of $4,636.41 from the Virginia Department of Emergency Management and appropriating said amount in the FY 2026 grant fund for use by the Department of Fire, Rescue, and Emergency Services for the Southside Regional Hazardous Materials Team. Adoption of an ordinance accepting STEP VA peer and family support funding in the amount of $92,000 from the Virginia Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Services and appropriating said funds in the FY 2026 Behavioral Health Care Service Fund for use by BHS to provide peer and family support services. Adoption of an ordinance accepting permanent supportive housing funding in the amount of $830,462 from the Virginia Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Services and appropriating said funds in the FY 2026 Behavioral Health Care Service Fund for use by BHS to provide stable, long-term housing and supportive services. Adoption of an ordinance accepting funding in the amount of $200,000 from the Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Services and appropriating said funds in the FY 2026 Behavioral Health Care Service Fund for Behavioral Health Workforce Development Initiative. Adoption of an ordinance appropriating $3,460,000 from the fund balance of the Behavioral Health Service Fund to the FY 2026 Behavioral Health Care Service Fund budget and transferring said funds to the Municipal Facilities section of the FY 2026 Capital Improvement Fund budget for the purpose of performing remodeling and roof repairs at BHS offices located at 1811 King Street and 2011 Queen Street. Adoption of a resolution authorizing the reconveyance of properties containing stormwater ponds that serve the Martin Luther King extension to the Commonwealth of Virginia or its designated agency. Adoption of resolution approving the 2026 State Legislative Initiative Package and the 2025 Legislative Initiatives Package. Adoption of an ordinance to reappropriate unexpended funds in the amount of $234,784 from the FY 2025 Portsmouth Public Schools Food Service Fund budget to the FY 2026 Portsmouth Public Schools Food Service Fund budget. Adoption of an ordinance, one, to reappropriate encumbered unexpended funds in the amount of $12,960,928 from the FY 2025 Portsmouth Public Schools General Fund budget to the FY 2026 Portsmouth Public Schools General Fund budget, and two, to acknowledge the placement of $164,000 of unencumbered and unexpended funds from the FY 2022 Portsmouth Public Schools General Fund budget into the PPS Capital Reserve Fund. Adoption of an ordinance to reappropriate unexpended funds in the amount of $13,018,724 from the FY 2025 Portsmouth Public Schools Grant Fund budget to the FY 2026 Portsmouth Public Schools Grant Fund budget. Adoption of an ordinance to reappropriate unexpended funds in the amount of $3,010,593 from the FY 2025 Portsmouth Public Schools Risk Management Fund budget to the FY 2026 Portsmouth Public Schools Risk Management Fund budget. Adoption of an ordinance to reappropriate unexpended funds in the amount of $1,709,379 from the FY 2025 Portsmouth Public Schools Textbook Fund to the FY 2026 Portsmouth Public Schools Textbook budget.
Thank you, Madam Clerk and council members. We're in need of a motion to adopt.
I move to adopt items 25 through 332 through 25, 348. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Yes, sir. Ms. Bryant?
Yes.
Dr. Dotson?
Yes.
Mr. Hugel?
Aye.
Mr. Moody?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas is absent. Mr. Tillage?
Yes.
Mayor Glover?
Yes.
This item is adopted 6-0.
Thank you, ma'am. Our next item on the agenda, new business, item 25-349, boards and commissions. Councilman Hugel.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Mayor. We have several reappointments and new appointments to discuss this evening. On the reappointment list for the Historic Preservation Commission, Thomas Butt, Edwin Dagdagan, and Matthew Royce. On the Museum and Fine Arts Commission, Rosa Jones-Williams and Ronald Peterman. On the Library Board, Stephanie Bristow. On the Tidewater Youth Services Commission, Sania Mangabagalt Westbrook. On the Board of Zoning Appeals, Danielle LaRue. On Economic Development Authority, Teresa Saunders Smith. On the Law Library Board, Michael Massey II and Stephanie Morales. On Planning Commission, Keith Curry and Roy Melvin. On the Portsmouth Port and Industrial Commission, Angelia Allen. For new board and commission appointments, for the Crime and Gun Violence Prevention Task Force, Andrea Hartke. On the Economic Development Authority, Heather Harkleroad. On the Library Board, Allison Sublet. And then one other appointment, we need a city council liaison to the Clean Community Commission, and Councilman Tillage has agreed to serve in that capacity. Those are our nominations for boards and commissions tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman Hugel. You have heard the nominations. Council members, we are in need of a motion and a second to accept the nomination.
I second
As
it.
presented. You have a motion and a second?
Move to approve?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I apologize, Vice Mayor. Thank you for the reminder. Any additional discussion on the item? Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Yes, sir. Ms. Bryant?
Yes.
Dr. Dotson?
Yes.
Mr. Hugel?
Aye.
Mr. Moody?
Yes.
Mr. Tillage?
Yes.
Mayor Glover?
Yes.
This item is adopted 6-0.
Next item, item 25-350, item submitted by council members. Does anyone have any items to submit at this time? Councilman Dodson, sir, you have the floor.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, there's been a lot of discussion outside of the committees on a harbor master position. I wanted to know if I could ask city management for a position and a direction on that.
City Manager Carter, you have the floor.
We can consider that as we move through our new budget year. So I haven't had any discussions about it up to this point, but as we move forward, we can have that discussion. And if there's a need to create a position, then we can do that as we move across the budget year.
Thank you, sir.
Councilwoman Bryant, ma'am, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, give a couple notes of appreciation to our staff that have been working very hard this season with several local events that have been aimed at raising up the community. These included the Rock the Block event, where staff came out to do litter pickup and meet with citizens and allow people in the neighborhood to share concerns and connect with city staff in ways to move their neighborhoods forward. I also had the pleasure of attending awards and promotions for both the fire department and the police department, which was a very meaningful couple of ceremonies. It's really important that we recognize the hard work of our public safety officials, and some of the stories that we heard were really remarkable about how brave our public safety officials are. We've had countless Thanksgiving giveaways in our community over the last several weeks. Councilman Tillage led a wonderful initiative, and our very own city staff gathered to give away 300 turkeys and Thanksgiving meals. And I want to especially thank our city manager and city staff for arranging that wonderful experience. Our staff members volunteered that day to distribute that food. It was just a wonderful experience, and several of us were there, and it was a pleasure to attend and really have an opportunity to connect with folks during this really meaningful week. Lastly, the mayor and Councilwoman Thomas and I were able to bring our families on the Christmas parade in Norfolk at the Grand Illumination Parade, and our Parks and Rec team is just fantastic. We are at the front of the parade, and we had the opportunity to be one of the first floats that the parade goers got to see. We had snow bubbles that just delighted not just kids, but everybody in attendance. So Portsmouth brought the snow day energy to Norfolk, and it did not go unrecognized. It was a delightful experience. But really, our Parks and Rec team worked so hard to make these holiday seasons special for our community, and it's so wonderful. As someone who's raising a family in Portsmouth, these are the memories that we're gonna carry with us for a very long time. So that said, as we transition to the next holiday season, I of course want to wish you all a wonderful and happy and safe Thanksgiving. We did get a notice today from our city clerk that the Virginia Symphony Orchestra is hosting a free holiday concert at Churchland High School on December 5th at 5 o'clock. This is a wonderful opportunity to hear musicians that are extremely talented, and it's free, so look for that on social media. And thank you all too for a wonderful first year of serving on council. Our staff and every single council person up here, including Councilwoman Thomas, have just been hugely supportive, and I'm really grateful for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Councilman Tillage?
I didn't have anything.
I
Oh, you
was
giving for me?
Giving everybody an opportunity.
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I appreciate it.
Anybody else? Vice Mayor?
Yeah, I have one, Mayor. And I'm going to read a statement, and I want everyone to know, my colleagues and citizens of Portsmouth, after careful thought and consideration, I've decided that I will not seek an 8th term on the Portsmouth City Council. Serving the residents of our city has been one of the greatest honors of my life, and I'm deeply grateful for the trust and support the community has shown me over these many years. The decision was not made lightly, however. I believe it's time, the right time, for new voices, new energy, and new leadership to help guide Portsmouth forward. I remain fully committed to fulfilling my responsibilities for the remainder of my term, and I will continue working to support policies and initiatives that strengthen our neighborhoods, improve quality of life, reduce the tax burden on our citizens, and build a brighter future for all of our residents. I want to extend my heartfelt appreciation to my colleagues through the years, city staff through the years, and the countless community members who partnered with me throughout my service on the City Council. Together we've faced challenges, we've celebrated successes, and worked with determination to make Portsmouth a better place. I want to thank you again for the privilege of serving you. I look forward to supporting our city in ways, new ways, in the years ahead. And I've got a whole year left, and I look forward to doing some great things. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. Thank you very much. It means a lot.
You're welcome, Vice Mayor. And before I make my comments, I do want to say we're not letting go of you yet. But at the end of the day, Mr. Moody and I have had a lot of conversations over the years that I've served with him. And if I can be very transparent, I didn't know him very well when I came on council, but I got to know him. And we don't always have to agree. But one thing I know about Bill Moody is he's committed to a better Portsmouth. And he will always end up on that side in his decision-making. I've learned a lot from him. And see, sometimes in our struggle for life and position, we think we know more than what we really do. And there's nothing wrong with getting another person's opinion, because I think that's an opportunity for growth. So I'm not saying goodbye to my friend. I'm saying that we still got work to do. But I can tell you, he is the longest serving councilman, I think, in the history of Portsmouth, consecutively. I think Mayor Holly did several terms in a longer time. But this gentleman has served his city honorably. And so I'm just proud to have had the opportunity to sit on the dais and learn some things from him and share some things with him. And I believe that because he has been here, we are a better place. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mayor.
For your service. The other thing I wanted to say on behalf of what has taken place this past weekend, Councilwoman Bryant talked about it, but we had an opportunity to feed about 300 folks in the city of Portsmouth. And many may say that that's not a big thing, but to us it was very big. And the reason why it was big, because I will tell you, I went to Mr. Carter and I said to him, I said, we as a team have to do something to help our people. In light of what's happening in our community, we want to make sure that we provide hope and an opportunity to have people to have a Thanksgiving that will provide the food that they may need to get through. See, when you see us up here, you get a lot of ideas. But I can remember when I was a little boy, my mother raised 6 children. And during Thanksgiving, we didn't have a whole lot of food and a whole lot of money. But I can remember at that time, Salvation Army stepped in and provided us with a Thanksgiving meal. I have never forgotten that day. So what I was excited about is that when I asked Mr. Carter, could we do it? You know, his answer was absolutely. and the team was assembled, and you all showed out in support of the citizens of Portsmouth, and I personally could not have been more proud of the effort. We don't need to call out names necessarily. You know who you are, but this was a city effort. I saw hope in people's eyes, I saw thankfulness, and I saw gratefulness. So at this season of giving, the most wonderful time of the year, I want you to take that away from the day, that in Portsmouth, we care. We care about our people, and we will do what we need to do to make sure that we help to elevate you each and every day. Thank you. The next item on our agenda is report on pending items. Mr. Carter, you have the floor, sir.
All right, thank you, Mayor. The first thing is have with us the new Director of Public Utilities, Mr. Michael Johnson. If you please stand and let everybody see who you are. This young man is the future of Portsmouth here. He's a PE and come from HRSD. Brings us some experience into the Public Utilities Department. So thank you, sir. Just want everybody to see who you are and let everybody know that we do have a new Director of Public Utilities.
Welcome, Mr. Johnson.
Forgive me for not getting this document to you on time. So I will make sure you have it, but I'll tell you some of the things that's on it. One in our last meeting was a question about what we would do for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, the SNAP benefits, because there was a possibility that that was not going to be delivered as we expected. Fortunately, the state of Virginia stepped in and made those benefits available until the federal government did reopen on November 12th, so that program did not lapse, but we were prepared to step in and do something to help our community. We also was asked about the furloughed workers. That program is still going on. Councilman Hugel talked a little bit about it in our work session. We have a deferred utilities payment process that we have going on that will stay open until December 12th. We made a commitment to keep it open for 30 days past when the government reopened, and allow those individuals that submitted applications, we will allow them 60 days to bring those accounts current again. So that they get about a 90-day deferment on their utilities there. So that hopefully will help quite a few people. There was a question about Cedar Lane and manhole covers. Hopefully, hopefully. Am I all right? Am I all right?
Let me expound on that. I don't know how many in the audience here drive down Cedar Lane, but if you drive down Cedar Lane now, it's a relatively smooth road.
All right.
Thanks to the manager. He saw to it that between me and Councilman Hugel, I think we brought this up a couple of times. So, Mr. Manager, thanks for a job well done in getting that done.
Those accolades go to our Public Works Department. They're the ones that pull that off. So thank you, Public Works. They say they are the backbone of the city. So maybe you agree this time.
Excellent.
Final thing is the gift card eligibility program is still going on. Those gift cards are being distributed as we speak. Well, not maybe tonight, but not literally, but figuratively, as we speak, those gift cards are being delivered. When we first started there was 1,689 $100 gift cards. The value of those cards was $37.50. When we first started, there was 314 $500 gift cards. The value of that was $432.50. We enlisted the aid of a group called Plan U, who is working to deliver those gift cards to our citizens. They have already started the program. It is still going on. They have not distributed all of the gift cards yet. I do anticipate that this program is probably going to wrap up by the end of the year, though. They have been giving them out. I think they have a quota of 200 per site as they've moved around our city. They take applications, they make appointments for people, they verify the application, they make appointments for the people to come in and pick up the gift cards. So that's kind of the process they're going through. They're keeping great records of that because that's one of the requirements that we've levied on them. And again, we're anticipating this program to wrap up by the end of the year. I will make sure that you get a document with this. Please forgive me for not, Ms. Hart gave it to me and I just didn't get to it and get it out to you. So thank you, Bernadette, for getting that to me. Please forgive this, but happy holidays. Everybody be safe across the Thanksgiving holidays. If I don't see you till I see you after the holidays, everybody take care and have a really safe and happy time with your families. Thank you.
Thank you, Manager Carter. And I would like to acknowledge, just to add a little bit to the discussion on the gift cards. Today, my family was participating in a 1,000 Thanksgiving meal giveaway to all of our senior housing communities here in the city of Portsmouth. And the group was there today. Plan U was there today distributing those very gift cards. And they were already up to 400 at the distribution. And it was this evening, so they were distributing cards at 4 o'clock this afternoon when I left the building. So the distribution is underway, and I can share with you the response from the citizens who were in receipt of those gift cards was very positive. And there's more to come, but I want to thank you for taking that on. I know that that was something that you inherited, but we're grateful that the process is moving forward and that the citizens are receiving those dollars that they should receive.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda, item 25-352, non-agenda speakers. And Madam Clerk, would you please read the speaker statement?
Ladies and gentlemen, City Council rules require a limit of up to 5 minutes to speak. As you approach the speaker's podium, you will notice a timer. At the beginning of your 5 minutes, you will see a green light. 4 minutes into your remarks, you will notice a yellow light. At the end of 5 minutes, you will see a red light and hear a beep, and we ask that you conclude your comments at that time. While speakers have an opportunity to address council on matters of public concern, all comments should be made in a manner that respects the seriousness of the forum and should not be made in a belligerent, sarcastic, or demeaning fashion. All remarks shall be directed to the City Council as a body rather than to any particular member of the City Council, staff, or the audience, and should be limited to matters that only the Portsmouth City Council can influence. A speaker who fails to observe this basic rule of decorum will be deemed out of order and not allowed to conclude his or her comments.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Our first speaker tonight, is G.W. Thompson. Sir, if you would come forward, state your name and address, you will have 5 minutes.
Good evening, Mayor Glover and City Council members. My name is G.W. Thompson III. I reside at 4065 Windybrow Drive here in the city of Portsmouth. All those who are here to advocate for our homeless brothers and sisters, would you please stand at this time? You may be seated. Thank you. Portsmouth Volunteers for the Homeless, PVH, under the leadership of Dr. Darlene Washington, continues to do an outstanding job with the population they serve. However, the capacity of the facility is limited to 20 persons with a maximum of 25 during inclement weather. Homelessness is still one of Portsmouth's most pressing challenges, demanding both compassion and coordinated action from city leaders and the community. Seeing the homeless sleeping beside the library, at the bus stops, and other places highlights the urgent need for expanded shelter capacity, improved communications, and long-term solutions. I volunteer at Zion Baptist Breakfast Feeding Program for the homeless, and I get chilled to the bone just walking from my house to the car. I cannot imagine what it's like sleeping outside without shelter. As winter approaches and the city prepares for inclement weather, these remarks underscore the importance of immediate relief and the critical role of a permanent shelter in ensuring safety and dignity for every resident. Last year, the city partnered with Emergency Management Services, the Department of Social Services, Oasis Social Ministries, and Parks and Recreation to provide shelter and transportation to Portsmouth Volunteers for the Homeless Shelter during a snow event. Notifications of the services were posted on the city's website, and signs were posted in locations where the homeless frequent, such as the library, Zion Baptist Drop-In Center, Oasis, and other locations. I was informed by Mrs. Anna McCray, Deputy Coordinator of Emergency Management Department, that a meeting is scheduled for next month to plan warming stations, inclement weather facilities, and methods of communicating this to our homeless population. Thank you for your efforts to address this issue. Finally, we would like to know the status of the permanent shelter that is planned to be built for our homeless population. Has a specific timeline been put in place, and if so, what is it? We would encourage City Council to make this an agenda item in an upcoming meeting. We look forward to supporting the Coldest Night Out sponsored by Portsmouth Volunteers for the Homeless. We urge City Council to act swiftly, expand emergency shelter capacity, accelerate the development of permanent shelter, and strengthen outreach to those in need. By working together and responding decisively, Portsmouth can become a city where every neighbor is cared for and no one is left behind. Thank you for your attention to this matter, and happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker, Mr. Leon Hammonds. Mr. Hammonds, if you would come forward, state your name and address. You will have 5 minutes, sir.
My name is Leon Hammonds, Bowie Court, Portsmouth. I'm glad that the gift cards are being given out, but I'm willing to sit down with the city manager about the value of them, because right now my figure is that each one of the $100 one is not worth no more than $25. Now, it would be nice if the city would make up that difference, since on the gift card has $100 on it. And if the people does not understand the value of it, they need to call the number on the back of it, and they will tell you exactly how much that card is worth. So there won't be no discrepancy when they go to the store or anywhere else about the gift card. And it's a shame that it has to go down that low for it to be distributed. It's a shame right there, and it's an insult, in my opinion. You're not looking to take care of the city of Portsmouth residents. I shouldn't have to get up here from almost 2 years talking about gift cards. That's ridiculous. It really is. See, so really, if you don't want to do things right, don't get gift cards again. That's right, because really, you don't know how to handle them evidently. Somebody don't. I don't know. But anything else that is for the city of Portsmouth, start the job and finish it. Don't delay it and delay it and delay it, because it doesn't make any sense for people to be not serviced, because that's why we voted for you. So, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of the Portsmouth City Council and all the citizens of Portsmouth, I want to wish you all a safe and enjoyable Thanksgiving holiday. We'll see you at the next meeting. There's no more business to conduct. This meeting is adjourned.